Hi, I'm sitting on books. Hello and welcome to another video of mine. Today I'm going to be showing you books that you absolutely need to read for fall. If you don't, I'll never speak to you. Kidding. You don't have to read these books if you don't want to. I knew those glasses would not stay on long, so just bear with me. I have a ton of books, like a ton of books. Some books I've read and some books I haven't. So this will kind of be my fall TBR slash recommendation video. I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate recommending books and just sitting here and rambling on. We're gonna move through this pretty quickly because I do not want to bore you. If you're like me, the fall time is solely, purely for fantasy books and thriller. But more fantasy books. I have a bunch of fantasy books that I really just need you to read. Like need. Let's start off with my two most favorite books in the world. It is Once Upon a Broken Heart and then Ballad of Never After. I lost the sleeve to this. I have no clue where it went. You've heard me talk about this like so many times. It's about Evangeline and she is indebted to this prince of hearts. He kills people when he kisses them. Like only his one true love will survive her kiss. And that's really his kiss. Read this and then I was like, okay, immediately, no time to think, I have to go on to the second one. These books are addicting. King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. I read this last winter and absolutely devoured it. It's also a really good audiobook if you're into that. I listened to it and read it. This is like the world of vampires and also fantasy fairy tale. She has to end a year-long war. Isolde, her name is. I never know how to say her name. So she has to marry Adrian and he is literally going to take over the entire world. It's purely enemies to lovers because what else is there to do besides read enemies to lovers in the fall? Absolutely addicting. You will uncover so many truths about the characters and connections, and if you're like me, then you absolutely love connections and fairy tales. Fairy tales? Fantasy. Next, I have Divine Rivals. This is a recent favorite of mine. If you watched my last video where Sarah chose my books, she chose me to read this. Basically about a magical typewriter. When two young rival journalists find love through a magical connection, they must face the depths of hell and war between gods to seal their fate forever. I know that this book is taking over the book world, but it's taking over for a good reason. It's addicting, it's heartbreaking, it's tragic, it's heartwarming. It's everything you could ask for in a fantasy book, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And the second one does come out, I'm not sure when, but it does come out soon. The first one I have is The Kiss of Deception. If you've read Dance of Thieves, this is the little trilogy that comes before it. It's the Remnant Chronicles. And one of you recommended it to me and I really am excited to read it because I hear that she's badass, female main character. I really want to read Dance of Thieves, so I hope that this doesn't suck. We'll see. It's always them escaping from their weddings. That's always the setting of fantasy books, but I eat it up every single time. Okay, so the last fantasy, this is like science fiction fantasy, is The Deep Sky. Okay, so basically they left Earth to save humanity and they'll have to save themselves first. This sounds so addicting. It's basically about like a group of people and they're shipped to another world, another galaxy. Have never really read anything science fiction, so I'm wondering if I will like this. So that was The Deep Sky. Next, I have 3 thrillers. So these 3 thrillers are my favorite thrillers of all time, and there was a time in my life where I took thrillers really seriously, but these are the 3 thrillers that I absolutely love. This one is my all-time favorite thriller forever. It is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I literally have never loved a thriller more than Gone Girl. I know it's a basic thriller. I know everyone's read it, but if you haven't, I strongly recommend this to you. I know that my crowd is a little bit younger, like the people who watch my videos, and I feel like nobody really talks about Gone Girl anymore. So I'm here to bring it back and I'm here to tell you that you need to read it. It's important to read it. I love it so much. But it's basically about a missing woman on their 5th wedding anniversary. She goes missing and it's about him trying to find her, obviously. And there's just so many twists and turns, like sharp twists and turns that you won't see coming. I never once saw it coming. And it's just iconic. I feel like you have to read it, and what better time to read it than the fall. Next, I have Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Alice Feeney is a great thriller writer. If you've never really read thrillers, I think that this book is perfect to get into. I did not see any of it coming. Literally any of it. And it's set in the winter, like the snow time, the snow time. The snow is like a heavy part of the book, so I think that this is a perfect time to read it. They win a weekend away. Their marriage is fleeting. That's not good. They're hoping that this can kind of save their marriage, you know, the trip. They end up at like a sketchy cottage, and there are so many like unveiling truths about the character, and you get to learn their story. Okay, my next thriller is another one that is like my all-time favorite book ever. This is Pretty Little Wife by Darby Kane. Guys, okay, so this woman, Lila, she is married to Aaron, and Aaron is a school teacher, and a student goes missing, as well as Aaron. So Aaron is dead, but nobody knows that he's dead, and then on the day that he dies, I think his body goes missing. Earl, the student, ends up missing too, so now they're trying to find a connection between the two of them because he teaches at her school. So good. It's not your typical wife, you know, thriller where, I guess Gone Girl could be your typical wife thriller. So if you like that, and if you're tired of thrillers being in the same font, then definitely read these 3 books. I swear you will not be disappointed. Okay, so my last and final book recommendation for the fall, series recommendation, is my most favorite book of all time right now. Everything about this series is addicting and amazing, and you know that I hate series, and you know that I have a hard time finishing series, and this is, I have no problem finishing it because it's just that good. So this is the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is basically just like Criminal Minds in a YA font. If you've liked Criminal Minds, if you liked How to Get Away with Murder, any of those shows, you definitely will like this. It's not too scary, and I get scared about everything. Kind of a lie, because I texted Sarah when I was reading it, and I was like, I'm kind of scared right now. So don't let that turn you off, because you'll get over it. There's just so many good parts about the book. The books are really, really quick, super quick, and I think I go through them in like a day. I'm currently on the 3rd one. I just finished the 2nd one this morning, and I ran to Barnes & Noble's to buy the next 2. And I just think that these are perfect books to read in the fall. The characters, the kids, like, you're gonna literally grow an attachment to them. Like, I think that I know them in real life, and they're not real. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. I think that now, after I finish this, I'm also going to start the Inheritance games, because I never realized how much I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes until now. I'm not really like a YA girly, but this makes me a YA girly. It's better than A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. If you like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, read this, and I swear on my life, you will like it better. Of course, like, the second I finish filming, the sun comes out and it stops raining. That was my little fall book rec video. I guess I was just showing you all the books that I think you need to read this fall. If me ranting and raving about these books doesn't make you want to read them, I don't know what else will, but I hope that you take my word, and I hope that you read some of these books, because I really don't think you'll be disappointed. I love all of them so much, and I want to share good books with the world. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys got some inspo for the fall. Hope you all have a great fall. I know I will. Yeah, so thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next. Love you. Bye.